to the class. The first thing you need to do is you need to go to aplusstudents.com. Okay, let's go to the website, aplusstudents.com, the website. The next thing you need to do is you need to go connect to maths. And this is a grade 5 lesson. Okay, the topic for today is multiplication. Multiplication. Okay, I'll give you the chapter number. Just a moment, please. The chapter number is 11 and the lesson number is 13. Chapter number 11. Chapter number 11 with the lesson number 13. And the name of the lesson is Inequalities. Inequalities with multiplication. Okay, so what we need to, okay, let's go to, hi Shemi, hi Rebecca. Okay, we go to grade 5 maths, chapter number 11 and lesson number 13. Before doing this, let's see what inequalities are. If we need to look at inequalities, in generally there are 5 signs for inequality, right? It could be greater than, equal, it could be less than, equal, or it could be greater than, less than, right? There are generally these 4 terms used, right, for inequalities. How do we know which inequality to be used? What we can do is we can take 2 numbers. Let's suppose we take the number 3 and 4, right? We say that 3 is less than 4, right? So we say 3 is less than 4. The closed end is always towards the smaller number. We can say 3 is less than 4, or if we consider the numbers 4 and 3, the inequality sign will change. Why? Because 4 is greater than 3. So we can say 4 is greater than 3, right? But both of these inequalities would mean the same thing. They have the same result, that 3 would be less than 4 or 4 is greater, right? Okay. I'll try to explain as much as I can, okay? Don't worry about it. And if you have any particular questions where you don't understand, let me know, okay? So let's look at the questions and let's see what they're asking us to do. Just the basic signs we need to remember is whichever value is greater, the sign open up is open on that side. The smaller value has the closed end. Okay. The first question we have is, it says, which sign makes the statement true? Okay. Let's say for question number 1, this is the statement given to us and they're asking us which of these signs will make the statement true. This is question number 1. So when 2 is multiplied by 20, the answer should be, what should be the answer when 2 is multiplied by 20? When 2 is multiplied by 20, the answer should be 40, right? 2 multiplied by 20 is 40. And on the other side of the inequality, we had a 40 already. So is 40 greater than 40? 40 less than 40, or 40 equals to a 40? We can say in this inequality, 40 is equals to a 40, right? We just need to pick up a sign and say this is the left hand side of the inequality and this value is the right hand side. So we just need to check whether the left hand side values are greater or the right hand side values are greater, or both the values are equal, right? You just simply need to put in the sign into the statement. Okay. Do we agree, Rebecca? Do we have an agreement on this, that this is fine? Okay. For the next question, question number 2, it says which sign makes the statement true? Okay, if these were the signs that were given to us, we have 3 options for the sign. This is our question number 2. So 46 multiply 40. Okay, let's see. Thank you. Let's see. Can we put equal over here, less than here, or greater than, right? We can say this is 46. What is 2 multiplied by 23? 2 multiplied by 23. We can do the multiplication over here. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. That means it comes out to be 46 as well. When I'm saying it comes out to be 46 as well, then the left hand side of the equation is equal to the right hand side of the statement, right? They both are equal, and the answer would be equal sign. Okay, moving ahead with the statement. Okay, if I would change something in the question, let's change. Okay, for the next question, question number 3, I would try to make some amends. Okay, question number 3. And if I say this was given to us, and these were the 3 signs which are available, question number 3. Rather than having a 4 over here, let's make it a 3 over here. Okay, sorry. Let's say this was 3 multiplied by 18. Okay, I just changed the question. We know that the left side of the equation is 72, right? What is 3 times 18? We can say 3 is multiplied by 18. 3 times 8 is 24, right? So we leave the 4 in the units, we carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So we know that 18 times 3 is 54. So which value is greater? Is 72 greater than 54 or 54 greater than 72? We know that 72 is greater, right? That means the sign should be, the open end comes towards the larger value whenever we say 70. So we are using this sign, right? 72 is greater than 54. Agreed? Okay. For the next question, let's see what values are given to us. Equal will be very easy, right? That's why I changed the question. Okay. So the next question says, which sign makes the statement true? And the given question values in the question are, sorry. So the given values in the question are these, and this is the given statement, and these are the possible signs. Okay. So question number 4. Okay. See, how do we find greater less than? Is 70, can I say 72? Can I say 72 is greater than 54? Is this true, right? 72 is greater, right? So whenever we have the greater sign, what we do is, I'm doing this question again, question number 3. What we do is we open the sign, the open side, the open mouth is towards the bigger value. Okay. or the closed side would be towards the smaller value. Okay, that's how we try to remember what greater than or less than is. Okay, so we can say 72 is greater than 54, or we can also say 54 is less than 72. But if we would want to do this statement, what we can write is 54 is less than 72, because the closed end is always towards the smaller number. Okay, Shami? Do we agree on this? Do we agree? 54 is less than 72, or we can say 72 is greater than 54. Vice versa, right? Agreed? Okay, let's try question number 4. This is given as 82. Okay, and we are missing a sign in the middle. We have a question mark, and 23 multiplied by 7. Let's see what is 23 multiplied by 7. 3 times 7 is... Okay, let's focus on question number 4. I'll just do it from the scratch. Okay, question number 4. In question number 4, what they are saying, I'll do it from the scratch. What they're saying is, which sign makes the statement true? They have given us 3 signs over here. The first sign, the second sign, and the last sign, right? 3 signs have been given. It says 82. We need to find the missing sign over here. Okay, we need to find the missing sign. And on the other side, it's written as 23 multiplied by 7, right? So can we multiply 23 multiplied by 7? 7 times 3 is 21. We write down the ones, we take the tens. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. So can we say this answer is 161? And this is 82. So which value is greater? Is 82 greater or is 161 greater? Which is a bigger number? Which number is a bigger number? 82 or 161? Valerie, which number is bigger? No, Aiken. See, we are not looking at the sign right now. You gave me the sign, right? That is wrong, but my question is, which number is greater? Is 82 bigger number or 161 a bigger number? I'm just saying a statement. So can I say this, 82 is less than 161. Do we agree on this? Right? If I say 82 is less than 161, that is true, right? Valerie, I'm doing question number 4, right? Yes, 72 was greater than 54, right? But in question number 4, we have the two numbers. The two numbers that we have are 82 and 161, right? These are the two numbers we have. So 161 is a bigger number, right? So, or we can also say that 161 is greater than 82. Agreed? So whenever we need to pick up a sign out of these, we pick up either of these statements. Whichever number is greater, right, out of these two numbers, will have the open end of the sign. That means we make the sign. The It's like an alligator. The alligator would go towards would like to eat the bigger value, right? So the mouth is open towards the bigger number. We can read this as 82 is less than 161, or we can say 161 is greater than 82. Okay, thank you so much. Moving ahead with the next question. Which sign makes the statement true? Okay, for the next question, we say that this was given to us. These were the values given to us, and this is given to us. In question number 5, they're asking us which value is greater or less, right? So can we say this was 94, then this was 5 multiplied by 17. We can find the answer. 17 multiplied by 5. 5 times 7 is 35. We put the 3. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 3 is 8. So this comes as 94. And this part comes as 85. If I write the statement that 94 is a greater number, is greater than 85, is it a true statement? Yes, it is a true statement. Thank you, Shamai. Okay, so what we say is whatever value is greater, then the sign will be open to that side. That means 94 is greater than 85. Okay, we write in this manner. 94 is greater or more than 85. Do we agree on this, Valerie? Okay, let's move ahead. Let's see what the next question wants us to do. Which sign makes a statement true, right? Were given to us, and these 3 signs were given to us. In question number 6, they're asking us which sign would make it true. So we have 13 multiplied by 49. So we can say 49 multiplied by 13, right? 3 times 9 is 27. We carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12. This is 14. When we do with the units, we put a 0. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 4 is 4. When we add them together, this comes out to be 7, 3, and 6, right? 637. Let's verify. 637, right? So can we say this is 637, and on the other side it was just a 19, right? Rebecca, what should be the answer? Which number is less than? Is 637 less than 19 or 19 less than 637? Can I write the statement 19 is less than 637? Or can I write the statement 637 is greater than 19? Agreed? Both the statements are correct, right? So whichever the number is greater, the greater number will have the open end of the sign. That means this is the sign that we would use. Okay? So we are just looking at the signs. What signs should be there to prove the statement, to make it true? Okay. Okay. Moving on to the next question, question number 7. The next question says, which sign makes the statement true? And the question given is, just a moment, please. I'll just copy it. This is the given question to us. This is question number 7. And they are asking us which sign will make the statement true. True for us, okay? So 2 multiplied by 30 is, if I say this is 2 multiplied by 30, can we say 30 multiplied by 2? We already know multiplying numbers ending in the 0. 2 times 3 is 6 and we put a 0, right? 2 times 0 is 0 and 60. So if we say this was a 60 and this was a 45. So which statement is true? Is 45 less than 60 or 60 is less than 45? Which statement should be true? We know that 60 is a bigger number, right? Right? So this statement would be false. And this was true, right? So what we can say is whichever number is smaller will have the closed end. Closed side, right? So we read this as 45 is less than 60. Or we can also say that 60 is greater than 45, right? 60 is greater than 45. They both the statements would be true. Okay, depending on the sign, because we have changed, if we change the position of the numbers, then we have changed the sign as well. Do we agree till now? Do we agree on this? Do we have any questions? Okay. For the question number 8, it says, which sign makes the statement true? If the signs given are these, less than, greater than, equal. We're doing question number 8. We know that on the right side it is 12 multiplied by 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. So we can say this is 48, whereas this was already 48. So which number is greater? The number of on the left hand side is greater, or the number on the right hand side is greater? Which number is greater in this statement? LHS means left hand side of the statement and RHS is the right hand side. So which answer is greater? The left hand side is greater or the right hand side is greater? Because they both have the answer 48, right? So we know that neither of them is greater, but they are equal. 48 is always equals to 48, right? So we simply use the equal statement, right? So we can also say 48 is equal to 12 multiplied by 4, because that was the original question given to us. Agreed? Okay, good. Let's have a look at the next question. The next question says, which sign makes the statement true? And it is given as these values and these other given signs, right? We have to pick one sign out of these. So it says 74. Okay, thank you, Aiken. Okay, thank you so much. See, can we find 13 multiplied by 5? We can say 13 multiplied by 5 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. We carry a 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 6 is 65. So we can say we have a 65 and we had a 74. So which number is greater? Can we say 74 is more than or greater than 65, right? That is true for the statement. So whenever the statement is true, we say it's greater, and the greater sign means the open end would be towards the larger value. So if we want to read this statement, we say this is 74 is greater than 65. This also means 74 is greater than 65. Okay. Moving ahead with the next question. The next question we have is, it says which sign makes the statement true? 94 multiplied by 2. If it's 94 multiplied by 2 is equals to 95. This is our question number 10. So 94 multiplied by 2 would be 2 times 4 is 8. 9 times 2 was 18. Right? So 94 multiplied by 2 was 188. Can we replace this value with 188? And this value was 95. Okay, Rebecca, which number is greater? Rebecca, which is greater? I know you know the alphabets, but I need to read the comments, okay? Please. Thank you. Which number is greater? 188 or 95? Which would be greater number, Rebecca? 188 or 95? Okay. Yes, thank you. The question number 10. 188 or 95? Can I say 95 is greater? Yes, thank you so much. 180, you are saying that 188 is greater than 95, and that statement is true. So whenever we do the greater, the open side, the open end comes towards the larger number. No, Shamek, we cannot say less than sign. That is a less than sign. Okay? Your answer is correct. We can use the sign that you are using when we say the statement as 95 is less than 188. If we would write interchange the numbers, then we flip the sign. In this, 95 is less than 188. But as per the given question, 188 was written before 95. So we would write 188 is greater than 95. Okay, thank you. Moving ahead to the next. Okay, so the next question says, which sign makes the statement true? And the values given are, we've been given this set of values in which these are the multiplicative values. And these are the signs given to us. And the question says 6 multiplied by 12 with a question mark and 58, right? We need to find the missing sign, which we need to find. We know that 6 multiplied by 12 is, Valerie, what is 6 multiplied by 12? 12 times 6 is, because on this side we had a 58. Can you give me the answer for 6 multiplied by 12? Or 12 multiplied by 6? 12 multiplied by 6 is, 6 times 2 is 12, 1. 6 times 1 is 6, and plus 1 is 7. So we can say this is 72. And we know the statement that 72 is greater than 58. So we say this is greater, we put in the greater sign, and we show that we are using greater. Okay? Yes, thank you, Valerie. That was 72. So the next question says 83 and 2 multiplied by 37. If this is the given question and we need to find a suitable sign that would make this statement true, question number 12, 83 stays as 83. Let's multiply 2 multiplied by 37. Okay, so 37 when multiplied by 2, 2 times 7 is 14. We carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6. And 6 plus 1 would be 7. That means the answer is 74. We have the numbers 83 and 74. Therefore, we can say that 83 is a bigger number or is greater than 74. Agreed? So we simply put down the greater sign over here, and we say we were using the greater sign. Okay. The same statement that we have, 83 is greater than 74, can also be written as 74 is less than 83, right? If this is written in this manner, it's still true. It's the same answer. 74 is less than 83. Agreed? Okay. The next question says, which of the statement makes the statement true? Which sign makes the statement true? Let's see. 55, question mark, 11 into 55. Okay, let's have a look. If this is given to us, question number 13. So which should be greater? See, we know that 11 multiplied by 5 is 50. 5 ones are 5. 5 multiplied by 1 is 5. We know that this is 55, right? And we already had a 55 over here. So we had to find this missing sign. Okay. So can we say that 55 is equal to 55? That they both are equal, right? So that means the left-hand side of the equation is equal to the right-hand side of the equation. Okay. Moving ahead for the next question. Which sign makes the statement true? After this, I'll do the questions from the test, okay? So that you can answer. Question number 14 states that which sign would make the statement true? We can put this over here, and these are the three signs we have. Okay, we have 14 multiplied by 4 and 64. So 64 can be written as it is, 64. But we need to find 14 times 4. 4 times 4 is 14 times 4, right? 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So can we say this was equals to 56? Which number is greater? 56 would be greater or 64 would be greater? Can we say 56 is less than 64, right? This statement would be true. That means whichever value is less will have the closed end of the sign. So we are using this sign over here, okay? That would be less than. Okay. Let's go to the test. Let's do some questions from the test. Just a moment, please. It's 11:13. Okay. Let me just copy the first question and the options available. I would want you to give me the answer. So the first question for the test states that these are the options that are given to us. This is question number 1 from the test. Okay. So if this is a given question statement over here, 83, the question mark, 2 multiplied by, okay, 2 multiplied by 37. So which option should be correct? Samai, which option should be correct? Yeah, this is also a made-up question. We have 83 with the missing value, 2 multiplied by 37, right? For this question, Shamai, what would be the answer? If it says missing sign is over here, question mark. So 80. We can say that 37 multiplied by 2 was 37 multiplied 2 was 74. Agreed. And on the other side, the number was 83. So we know that, yes, we know that since 83 is greater than 74, then the option A would be the correct answer. Okay? Option A was the correct answer. We do option A. For the next question, let's see which sign makes this statement true. For question number 2, this is our question number 2. These are the options given to us. Just a moment, please. This was our question number 2 from the test. And the options are A, B, and C. Which should be greater? 94 multiplied by 2 or 95? Yes, we know that 94 multiplied by 2 would be 2 times 4 is 8, 9 times 2 is 88, right? So we can say 188, and this was 95. So once we have multiplied the number and we have both the numbers, it's very easy for us. So which number is greater? Or which sign should we use? Yes, it's option A. Because option A says, sorry, my bad. See, my bad, apologies. I was just looking at the sign. I was looking at the other question. I'll just rewrite these. 188 is greater than 95, right? And the greater sign was option number B. Okay, sorry. I was just reading question number 1 as well. So we can say 188 is greater than 95. That would be the answer. Okay. Let's look at the next question. Which sign makes the statement true? For question number 3, it says, this is our question number 3. These are the given options. And this was the given statement. In question number 3, it says 72 with a question mark, 4 multiplied by 18. So what should be the correct? This was greater, this is equal, and this is less. Option A, B, or C? What should be correct? A, B, or C? We know that 18 multiplied by 4 is, what is it, 18 multiplied by 4? If you multiply 18 multiplied by 4, 8 times 4 is 32. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 72, right? So can we say 72, and this was also 72? When both the numbers are same, we simply put an equal sign. That means option B is yes. Option B is the correct because it says it gives us an equal sign. Great. Another question. Next question says, which sign makes the statement true? Okay. This is the given question we have. These are the given options. And this was the given statement. Okay. This is our question number 4 with the options A, B, and C. So which should be the correct option? Can I have the correct answer? Michael, can I have the answer? Okay. That means 94 stays as 94, whereas 17 multiplied by 5 was 85. Agreed? So which number should be greater, 94 or 85 out of these 4 options? Option A, option B, and this is option C, right? We know that 94 is greater than 85, right? Agreed on this, right? No, Valerie, 94 is greater. Okay, we use the other sign. That would mean whenever the value is greater, the open end of the sign, the open end comes towards the bigger value, right? 94 is greater than 85, right? That means this is a greater sign. Okay. Thank you so much for being there. And please do complete the remaining questions. Have a nice day. Take care. Best of luck. Bye.